Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we're going to have a look at Fedora 32 beta. We're going to talk a little bit about it. So we are going to start the installation, then walk through the notes, and then hopefully by the time we're done with the notes, the installation should be about done. So that way we get a chance to see the installation and go from there. So how's everybody doing on this wonderful quarantined Saturday? All right. Hello, people. Kay likes Linux. How's it going there? Because I use Linux, I'm completely immune to the Kung flu. I said, isolated nerd joke or all Linux users are God's joke. I'm going with the isolated nerd joke, but I guess you can interpret it your own way. All right. Let's see. Can't wait for this one. All right, Fedora 29 was first ever distro. Very good. Wow, if you've stuck around with Linux and you started on Fedora, actually, the Fedora 29 was actually really good and stable. Like before that, man, Fedora was really hard to get running. Really bad first experience. Slight change where the profile stuff is the bottom. Yeah, some change on Twitter apparently. I don't know. You can follow me on Twitter at switchedtolinux. I don't do a lot over there other than post when we have a new video out, but I don't know. All right, not 100% sure if it's fully rolled out, but I despise it. More talk about that Twitter change. Forget about Fedora 32, use OpenBSD. Nah, no, why bother? Fedora's good. Let's see. 5 minutes to go. Well, 5 minutes has passed. 5 minutes has passed. All right, let's see. Started with Fedora 29, 30, 31 really didn't fit, so I currently use Ubuntu. There you go. All right. You do use it for day-to-day use. All right, that's good. If you can use whatever you need to use. Let's see. Same Overwatch broke for me on Fedora 31. Made me go for Ubuntu. All right. Let's see. Meow. Robot Gamer. Greetings, Robot Gamer. How's it going there? Is it Andrea Alt? Hello, says cat. All right. Hello, Chopra. Greetings. Greetings, Zombie Geek. How's it going there? Let's see. Can't hear a thing. That is because it's muted until I turn off the kitty cam. I prefer dogs in Linux streams, but this will do fine. Don't have any choice, do I? No, I don't like dogs. Let's see. What do you know? I got a notification for the show. Whoa, really? That's crazy. I think like YouTube has been really, really downranking my channel lately for some reason. I have no idea why. Like everything across the board is like super low for me. I have no idea why. Very interesting. Some tech might delete your channels today. Why is that, man? GitHub banned me for importing my repos from an old backup. Interesting. Well, GitHub is a Microsoft company now, so they might just be deleting stuff all over the place. And the rest of your social. All right, man. Went to Goodwill the other day and found one of those Windows XP to Windows 7 transfer cables. Brand new in the box. Nice. All right. Should you open it? I don't know. Let's see. Beta testing a new distro in a nutshell. You get to discover a complete new and wholly undocumented way to turn your computer on and off every time you use it. Yay! That's right. Hey, Gnome 3.36 did change where you turn it on and off. So, you know. Let's see. You renamed your local Wi-Fi at Hertz 1IP to IP in your bushes at night. You should just change it to stay away from this house. I have the Kung flu. No, I don't have the Kung flu. I always have phlegm in the morning. Ever since like high school, it's like if I don't eat like carbohydrates and stuff. But I bought a pack of bagels. I have a few left, and so as long as I'm eating bread during the day, I'll have these clearing my throat issues. So that's why I don't really like. I don't like eating breads and carbs and stuff like that. Really not good for you, but it's just so tasty sometimes. I'm addicted. What can I say? Of course, I'm going for chicken and biscuits for dinner tonight, so oh well. Talk to you later this evening, probably as a friend. Yeah, let me know. Let me know when I have an 8 o'clock Eastern call. I think if you can go after that, that would be good. So like after 9 o'clock Eastern, that would be best for me. Forget the cat, beware of the owner. That's right. That's right. Actually, I have a shirt on shop.switchedtolinux.com, and it says "Sub to the cat, the human is crazy." Stay asleep most of the day. Not sick though. Yeah, just hold tight there. We are monitoring over on the live chat section on Discord as well. Let's see. By the way, I use Arch, says Linux Daily. Of course you do. OTS, but do you own a Winchester? Winchester, no, I do not. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start with the installation process. And then we will jump on over here to our things. This is going to be a weird organization. I wish I had 3 monitors on this computer right now. All right, I got to find my Fedora. And let's go ahead and get started here. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we want to have a look at the Fedora 32 beta. We're going to run through the installation process because they have a very nice OEM installer. And then while it's doing its installation thing, then we will go ahead and look at the release notes and anything else that we want to do. So I have a virtual machine created with it. We're going to go ahead and push the power button, and let's go ahead and get started here. So when we first get in here, we can come over here and select what we're going to do. We're just going to start it. I'm not going to test the media first, but we'll go ahead and get this guy started, and it's going to give us an option to test it out or to just go ahead and run the installation. I'm just going to go ahead and run the installation. That's going to get us a good OEM installer going on. And when we have that done and running, then we'll go ahead and jump on over to look at our release notes and things like that. So with that, it's just kind of finishing up here. It'll take just another couple seconds. I think it'll take just another couple seconds. There we are. Okay, so here on the login, we have the option to install to the hard drive or to just try it. We're just going to run the installation process. And we'll, like I said, walk through the installation process. And then once that is done, then we are going to have a look at the release notes and things. So here it's going to default. Hopefully it picks your locations. For me, it did pick English and English United States. This is a warning that we get anytime Fedora does a beta release, anything that's pre-production. So just say, I want to proceed. Just don't want to use the betas necessarily for your, just for your everyday day-to-day release. It will tell you it's a pre-release, a testing distribution up here in the corner. Everything else is pretty much set or automatically detects America's New York time zone, the keyboard. And here with our location, we're just going to pick our box here. Since the disk is full, it should give us a pop-up here noticing that we need to reclaim the space. So we're going to go ahead and hit the reclaim space. And then I'm just going to go ahead and delete all, hit reclaim space. And now this guy should check and automatically done. Now we're going through, and at this point in time, we don't have anything else to do until the installation process is complete. So let's go ahead and have a look at our release notes. And before we do, if you like technology and you like science fiction, I do have a science fiction novel coming out soon. Our targeted release date is around May. Could be a little bit later with the current environment of things, but we are targeting for about May still on the release. So this is Synaptology, the synopsis. Mark woke up in a hospital room, unable to remember why he was there, but this was overshadowed by his being paralyzed. Using his robotics education connections, he rebuilds his once functional body. In the process, the team soon discovers a cost for restorative technology. What could be the price to restore bodily functions? Mark will need to determine if he will want to pay that price. You can find out more information clicking on the Get Updates. There is the newsletter. We'll update you when that information comes about. And you can find that at synaptology.com or tlm.li/s. All right, so on to the release notes. You can head on over to getfedora.org if you want to grab the release. And the main additions up here, we have a workstation and a server. Of course, the server is going to be without a desktop environment. The workstation is going to be your basic Gnome environment. If you do want to run extra distributions, you can head on down to the Fedora spins section down here on the website. And then you have over here a Plasma build, XFCE, LXQT, Mate with Compiz, Cinnamon, LXDE, and Sauce. So you have a variety of different things. Now, Fedora also has builds for Raspberry Pis, and I believe they also have a build for the Pinebook as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit more specific, you can hunt around on the website and find more information. Now, as far as the release of this one here, we have, of course, don't get too caught up in the 32-bit. It's 32 beta. This is the release note. So the first major software things that they're going to do is we have early OOM, and I've never heard of early OOM, so I looked into it a little bit. So it actually starts by saying it generally has a bad reputation among Linux users, maybe part of the reason Linux invokes it only when it's absolutely no other choice. Basically, what the thing will do is it will scan your available memory, and if your system is about to run out of memory, it's going to sequence everything, look at everything, and rate everything OEM scores or OOM scores, and then it's going to drop things with the highest score. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just don't know much about this particular situation. So take that for what it is. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen this, and that happens every now and again. There's packages we don't really know about. But you can read about what it does. So this is enabled by default out of the box. So presumably it's going to allow you to recover from a full memory situation much sooner. The other thing out of the box that we have enabled by default is fs.trim. So fs.trim is a package that you want to run if you are using Linux on an SSD. It's going to preserve and prevent the faster wearing of an SSD. And so this excuse me. This is actually something that has greatly helped out for anytime you're running an SSD on a Linux distribution. So out of the box, it looks like this version of Fedora is going to recover from memory issues a lot better, and it's going to preserve your SSDs much longer. Other than that, we just have updated software, including Gnome 3.36. So Gnome 3.36, this was just released a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a week ago or so. We have a few new extensions. We have a Do Not Disturb button right on the top of the notification drop-down box, up in the top center of the screen. We have a better looking lock screen. That's good. Gnome needed a better looking lock screen for a while. And then there's a few other main changes. System settings has been changed around a little bit as well. Apparently we have some parental controls. I want to have a look at that. So we'll have a look at some of the Gnome 3.36 stuff in the middle of all of these. So with that, let's jump on over to our installation process and see how that is moving along. And it's not moving along quite yet. So we are about 91% installing software. So let's check in on our comments for a few minutes here. Let's see. Did I not leave the spot where I am? I promise, guys, I don't have the Kung Flu. That's why I don't eat bread a lot. YouTube kept on getting errors when loading videos on Chrome. Had to keep reloading page. That's interesting. I've not had any of those issues. Of course, I don't use Chrome. I'm using Chromium. Stupid question, but you're using a bootable ISO on a boot drive, correct? For the virtual machine, yes. So the virtual machine setup, you download the ISO image, and then you put that in a virtual optical drive on the system. Laptop breaks the Linux kernel, but Fedora and Debian-based distros work, so use Fedora. I've been using Chrome for years. YouTube issues was still not fixed last night. Interesting. Wrote a science fiction novel. Why am I just hearing about this now? I have no idea. I have no idea why you're not hearing about it. I'm an author, but I write mostly in the Christian field. I don't promote a lot on this channel because it's really not a crossover issue. But going forward, I'm going to be having a lot more secular books coming in. I'm going to be trying to do one Christian and one secular at the same time. I'm always writing 2 books simultaneously anyway. So the science fiction novel is we're getting out. We just left beta in the end of February. I should have been done with my edits and out to the editor. I'm actually over halfway done. I'm hoping to finish it up by mid this week, and then that goes out to my editor, and then I start working on the audiobook production and the ebook production stuff. So yeah, so you can sign up on the newsletter over there and hear more information. I will be promoting it more on the channel when it is actually out. But yeah, actually I've been rolling that promo at the beginning of several videos lately, but all right. Happens in Chrome. That's 32-bit. There you go. Yeah. It's a retro distro. FarronOS Dev, hello. Sorry for asking, but how many wrenches are on this channel? Hey, we have a lot of wrenches on this channel because we keep this place family friendly, and my wrench guys will come by and make it family friendly. All right, I just like to say Gnomebox is just amazing. Humble opinion, of course. I need to poke around with Gnomeboxes more. All right. Funny thing is, Google put a freeze on Chrome updates. Yeah, so the YouTube bug will never be fixed until probably next year. Yeah, but Chromium, I think, is still getting some stuff. I haven't had any issues on Chromium, so try out Chromium if Chrome's not working for you, or Firefox, of course. There are driver installation UI on Fedora. We'll double check. They've been getting better at putting some of those tools in there, so we'll have a look for that. So if you want to be a mod, then I have more experience. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's the guys that I've known that have followed the channel since we've kind of started. It looks like our system is about done, so let's go back over there and we'll restart the recording. All right, so our installation is complete. That took, I don't know, about 10 minutes maybe. Let's go ahead and push our finish installation, and then it should issue a reboot sequence. If it doesn't issue a reboot, then I'll go ahead and manually reboot it. And then you notice that on the installation, we did not set in any user account information, anything else in the system. All of that is going to be set when we actually start the system. It's going to go ahead and manually reboot. I thought it automatically did a reboot sequence, but apparently not. Interesting. All right, we're going to remove that disk. All right, so now we are rebooting the system without the drive in there. Hopefully we should boot full screen and all that fun stuff. Let's see what we got. So here is the Fedora loading screen, you can see. And when I first tested this out, I did get a little error. I oftentimes get those on the betas. They're usually resolved by the time the full releases come out. But when it boots up here, we're going to boot into the desktop, and then we're going to go through our account creation setup. We're going to go through a few other options like location services and things like that. So here we are. We've landed on the desktop, and we'll give it just a second for that to pop up. All right, so here is our welcome screen for Fedora. It's welcoming us in all sorts of languages here. Hit our next. We can enable or disable our location services and our automatic problem reporting. Generally on a production, I'm going to keep this off. I'm actually going to keep it on right now because we are running a beta in a virtual machine, and any information back to them will be useful. So let's go ahead and do this. You can set up your accounts. So I could set up a Nextcloud account or Facebook, Microsoft, Google. But hey, you could do my Nextcloud if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Now, Nextcloud on this version is going to allow us to easily sync files back and forth. It's going to sync my contacts. It's going to sync my calendars automatically integrated into the core of the desktop. So if you are using those types of services, a GNOME desktop does make a lot of sense. Of course, Cinnamon and Budgie will also do the same, being based on GNOME. So here we have to give us our name. Let's go ahead and enter in our name. You can use an enterprise login, but let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and enter my super secret password that is definitely not 123. It is warning us that that is a short password, but that's okay. Now we can start using Fedora. So it's going to reboot here. And what I want to do first, here it's going to give us a help screen. So if we would like some help, so you can see, whoops, we had an error and the problem has been automatically reported. Thank you, sir. I got that same error before. So here we actually have some ways here that you can just getting started, how to switch tasks and things like this about Gnome. We're going to go ahead and close that out. First thing I want to do, though, is I want to see this new login section. So we're going to go ahead and log out. And I want to see this new revamped login screen because that old login screen was very dated. Has it changed? Really? Has it changed? Interesting. Let's have a look. We have those items up there. Information there. Let's go and enter our super secret password. I'm guessing that we'll have either on this screen. Oh, wait, hold on. Down there. Down there at the bottom. This is where it can choose between Gnome, Classic, and Xorg. So right now we are on Wayland. Let's just go ahead and proceed on Wayland. They actually move that to the down in the corner. So if you're used to the changing desktop icon, they moved it down to the lower right corner. So be aware of that, I guess. That was a change I didn't see coming. All right, so now that we are on the desktop, here is our build. We have our Firefox, Calendar, Rhythmbox, Photos, Files, and our Software Center. Let's boot up the Software Center first. Sure, let's go shopping. Why not? All right, so not sure why LibreDraw opened up to that. So here when we first boot this guy up, we have this ability to enable third-party repositories. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let's have a look at over here is installed. Here is update. So it is checking for system updates. So presumably this might solve that problem with that error we got on login that I saw a couple times. So we can check our software repositories, update preferences, and about the software so we can enable or disable automatic updates and automatic notifications. Those are both enabled by default. So here we have a few changes, LibreOffice, boxes, and OS updates. So we can see what we are updating here. Network manager stuff, just a bunch of little changes. We're not going to install those right this second. So software repositories, this is where you can enable or disable third-party repositories. So Google Chrome is disabled. So if you do want to use Chrome, you can go ahead and click on this and enable it. We have the same for non-free NVIDIA drivers, so you can enable this. Non-free Steam, you can enable this. And then a variety of other things are enabled or disabled. You can just go ahead and click on these and enable or disable them at will. So you have the ability to do those, and presumably if you will enable certain of these, like your non-free NVIDIA drivers, then yes, it will hopefully automatically be able to check for your driver updates. All right, other changes in GNOME 3.36. Like I said, this has been revamped a little bit, the power off button, things like that. Here is our settings. And of course, that used to be down at the bottom. I actually kind of liked it better as little icons at the bottom, but hey, I understand the change. Why not? All right, so over here we have our settings. Here's our network. We have our Bluetooth. There's no Bluetooth found here. We have our background options. So we have a variety of different backgrounds available. And if I were to pick a background, let's see. I'm not seeing the option where I can pick the background for this or the lock screen. Maybe it's not there. That used to be something you could pick independently. So not sure where that is. You can add a photo from your individual place. So this is actually, I'm not sure if this is more or less user-friendly or not. I'm not really sure. You used to be able to just click in here and see the basic system, add a photo or something from your photos or something else. You can, though, add a photo from anywhere. That is an improvement. Notifications. You have a Do Not Disturb mode here, which has always been there, but a new thing in GNOME is it's also now right here in GNOME 3.36. So that is a useful thing. You can turn on or off lock screen notifications, and then you can set individual notifications for individual applications here. So that is good. You can also enable or disable search in a variety of different places. So I might not ever really want to search inside of contacts. Who's searching the calculator? Can I meet this person, please? If you're searching the calculator, I'd like to meet you. I really want to know what you're doing. What are you searching for? The final digit in pi? I mean, come on. Here's applications. So inside of your applications, kind of like in Android-esque, you can enable or disable notifications and things over here as well. Privacy tools, location is turned off. You can turn it on over here, and then you can specify which applications have requested various permissions, whether they be microphone access, camera access. So this is kind of becoming like Windows 10-esque, except they're giving us a lot more control. All right, so online accounts is over here. We can see that we have more options for online accounts as well. So it's not just the original 4 that we had. You have more. It's just these are the ones that will allow you there. So here is file sharing. You can enable or disable file sharing, remote logins, media sharing, things like that. So that is a cool function. Okay, displays. So actually, I mean, I am liking the organization of this a lot better. It's fewer clicks to get to things, and that's actually a good thing. They used to have a lot of this stuff down at the bottom, all inside of submenus, and you'd have to go in and kind of figure out where all of those items were at. A little annoying, actually. Items installed by default, we have boxes, calendar, contacts, files, maps. We have LibreOffice installed. There's our settings, software, utilities. So really not a lot of software installed. I'm not even seeing a mail application. Is there one? Yeah, we don't even have a mail application installed anymore. I used to love that Fedora used to have Evolution installed by default. They dropped that for a while. I thought they were going with Geary, I think, but I'm not even seeing that installed by default anymore. So that's neat. Let's see if the LibreOffice spelling checker is in place or not. I'm guessing it probably is. They are running the latest version of this. I saw from the update screen. So let's double check that. Dude, close. Stop. I don't want the release notes. Thank you. Jeesh, stop. All right. It is a little sluggish. That's possibly Wayland. So we have 6.4. All right. Let's go ahead and check for a spelling checker. Spelling checker is enabled. So that is cool. There we are. And we're getting too close to that header up there. We do have synonyms there as well. And so we do, looks like I have a whole stream of extensions. The theming, light theming, but it is actually very nice light theming. This looks pretty good. Let's have a look at what our tabbed view looks like. If you are on LibreOffice 6.2 or later, you can go down to View User Interface and go with a tabbed view if you do like the tabbed system. So that is, I personally do not like it, but you do have it now if you do. If you bring that on and you're like, how do you get it back? It's the gear up here in the corner here. Just go into your user interface and go back up to your standard toolbar, so you have that option as well. Let's see if I don't think they do tweaks by default. They don't do tweaks by default, so I can't really change the theming without installing the tweak tool, but we could probably do that. Let's go ahead and install a couple applications here. Let's install the tweak tool. Let's do that. And then the next thing I want to install is let's go with Kdenlive. Just because I want to see what a K application is going to look like. Is Kdenlive? No applications found. Apparently we can't install Kdenlive. Interesting. FileZilla is not there either. Apparently there's no K applications enabled. Uh-oh, that's frightening. All right, that's kind of a downside. Those are like 2 applications I use on a regular basis. Let's see. Oh, you know why? Because I think those are actually going to be inside of our PM Fusion. Let's go ahead and go into our software repositories. And let's see. I thought that was there. They used to have the ability to just do your basic, the full basic, see, that's there. Is it just not updated? I don't know. We should, with the third-party repositories enabled, I should be able to install VLC. You guys are probably telling me in the chat there how to do that off the top. I'd have to look that one up again. You should be able to do that by default in this version. I know in 29 or 30, I think that they did that. Not sure what the situation is here, unless I just need to update the cache. Interesting. Let's see. Can I remember how to install something on the terminal on Fedora? I think I do. Hold on. It should be DNF, right? Sudo DNF. Is it sudo DNF update? I don't remember. I have no idea. Well, we're running all the system updates that I wanted to update anyway. All right. So I'll have to look into that. So I guess out of the box, I'm not remembering, since I don't use Fedora on a regular basis, I'm not remembering exactly how to get VLC on there without RPM Fusion. I thought when you enabled third-party repositories, it enabled RPM Fusion. Maybe I just need to do an update to get this. So that's going to be a downside, is if you need to use K-apps, and I do for my business work, then you're going to have the extra step to get things like FileZilla and a few other K-apps on the system by default. So that's something to keep in mind. Overall, though, I do like the direction that Fedora 32 is going. There are a few steps. I don't like that it has this regular model where you're constantly have to update it and roll it to a new system. That's why I like Mint, because I don't have to constantly be updating it a couple times a year. I just want my system to stay as good as my system's going to stay until I have to replace the computer, and then I'll figure it out from there. So overall, though, it is a great build. Definitely check it out. Give them some beta feedback, if you will. And it is definitely a distribution that has come a long way since I've started using Linux, and it's definitely up to a one now that I would say is a good, stable situation. So those are my thoughts on Fedora. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do that. Leave us some comments, some likes down below there. And I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, we're going to go ahead and let that go. And I might go ahead and have a look at seeing if I can get that up there. All right, by the use Windows 10 with telemetry removed. There you go, Jess. All right, how's it going? We are proud of you, Jess. No telemetry equals happy life. There you go. There you go. All right, thing I noticed, a performance enhancement. I'm actually helping other users since updates aren't peer-to-peer. Just turn off and remove the applications. Don't use it. Very light install with Metro apps. Yeah, that's right. Remove those Metro apps, and that's cool. All right, let's see. Where's my comment stream at? There it is. So get Firefox on my phone, then I'm uninstalling Chrome and from all the machines. There you go. Quarantine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, don't quarantine me. Don't quarantine me. Okay. DNF install Kdenlive Live. That's what I thought it was. There we are. All right. Chromium I like for 32-bit systems. Yeah. 10-bit sarcastic, mostly on accent, though. All right. Use Firefox, Brave, and Vivaldi. Got a compartmentalized web. Yes, compartmentalizing the web is the thing to do. Heard things about Microsoft Edge being available for Linux, but I never intend to use it. Yeah, they're adding it. I don't know why. They can't even get it used on Microsoft systems. They force it to be the default browser, and people still don't use it. The only reason I would use it is to test how Edge works on something without having to jump over to Windows. All right. Okay. Brave at the moment. Be family friendly, you will get the wrench. That's right. That's right. Gnome boxes is great, but VMware is more for my workflow. Yeah, I just don't use VMware because of the licensing stuff. All right. Do it on purpose. Nail on the head when you said why lie. Truth is far more interesting. That's right. Firefox appearances syncs with the Linux theme, unlike Chrome. Put LXDE on my MX191 laptop. Battery life is better than XFCE and way better than Cinnamon. Yep. Love that OBS has a pause button now. So useful. Pause. Okay, we're unpaused. All right, let's see. It says YouTube algorithm isn't algorithms, plural. Yeah. Probably a lot of different algorithms. Cinnamon has a lot of JavaScript, making it less performing, worse, and take much more battery. It's all GNOME extensions are as well, though, if I remember correctly. Performs well on high-end workstations. Yep. Great experience with HP on a laptop. Must be luck. All right. Okay. Both my machines. GNOME is worse on a good system. You will not notice, however. Only one of my laptop family runs Linux well. It's my broken screen laptop. Just fix the broken screen. They're actually pretty easy to fix. Really cheap, really easy to fix. Oh, enter the lock screen. Yeah, I just saw the lock screen. Lock screen looks much nicer. I'm going to go back after this is done updating. I'm going to go back and reshoot the end of the video is what I'm going to do. Desktop, okay, desktop background, a lock screen. Yeah, you used to be able to set the lock screen and the desktop background to be different. Search into the calculator means doing calculations from the search bar. Really? Interesting. Order, I'm not Utaka, I'm Weibo. Yes, there's a difference. Wait, what? All right. Me and my mom are close. We had a lot of bad experiences with people. Yeah. It's a pretty useful feature. You can calculate just by typing in the search bar. All right. We'll add that to the things that we do when we jump back on. Seems to have better theming than KDE. Cinnamon is slightly lighter than GNOME, but laptops still do not like it. Cinnamon is my favorite. Yes, I use Cinnamon where I can. All right, we're going to go back on over to the desktop and reshoot some ending stuff. All right, so here we are with our, we finished the updates there. So what I've been, hold on, did we finish the updates? Hold on, the whole system crashed. Jeez, what's going on? Yeah, the whole system crashed on me. Let's try and reboot it. All right, let's see. Chris Tice Tech, prefer free Office. All right. I prefer LibreOffice. Is it, what's the search function again? Is it just all tests there? All right, let's close the terminal. So if I do 1 + 1, I get no results. But if I enable the calculator in there, then I will get results. All right, we're going to try this. All right. So search, enable the calculator. All right. Ah, okay. There you go. All right. Cool. All right. We're going to disable that again, and I'm going to correct that on the video. All right. All right, so I ran the whole system updates, and in the meanwhile, we were chatting, and this is what chat told me. The reason you would keep search in the calculator is it will allow you to do calculations here. So if I do search for 1 + 1, I get no results. But if we come over here, back into our settings, re-enable the calculator on search. Now when I go to search, if I type a 1 + 1, then the calculator tells me what the answer happens to be, and I can copy it. Okay, so that's cool. Learn something new every day. Didn't realize that. All right. Now that we have our system updates done, I'm going to see if the Software Center happens to have anything. I want to see if, for example, they might have FileZilla. Still no applications found. We're going to test it out from the terminal. So sudo dnf install FileZilla. Let's see if that works. So yeah, I can install apparently the K apps from the terminal, but I can't seem to install them from the Software Center. So that's a little bit problematic. Like, it's not going to get in my way personally. That wouldn't keep me from using it. But it is going to prevent some people, newer people of Linux, are going to have a bigger challenge with that. Okay, we cannot do Kdenlive though. Right here. So I will have to research how to install Kdenlive. We're not going to do that right now. But hey, we do have now a K application. Let's go ahead and see what FileZilla will look like. Well, it's a Qt application, not a K application. So yeah, it's just fine. So no issues with that one there. And then I'm wondering actually about VLC as well. Let's see if VLC will install. No, VLC is not there. So apparently RPM Fusion's not there. I'll have to look up. I don't remember off the top of my head how to add RPM Fusion to Fedora off the top. We're not going to bother with that right now. I do, though, want to have a look at the tweaks. All right, so here's our basic application themes. So now we can change to a variety of different themes. So if you do want to run a dark theme, just install your tweaks and you can go ahead and do that. There's images. Okay, so here, if you do want a separate lock screen image, apparently, hopefully I can have a separate lock screen image now. So also what they said in the chat as I was waiting for the updates to go is, As of, I think, this version, your desktop background always uses the same background for your wallpaper and your lock screen. But if you do want to change that, you can still do that from the tweak tools. Also, we did not look at the new lock screen yet, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is what the new lock screen looks like. Very nice. I do like it. So yes, this is definitely an improvement over what it was. So there are our final walkthrough items on Fedora 32 beta. Hey, I learned something new. Didn't know about that calculator and GNOME thing. That's cool to know. So overall, though, the system's pretty good. It is going to get in the way of, if I want to install the K applications and a few other things, I'm going to need to research how to do that. It is going to be possible. I just need to research exactly how to do it again off the top. It looks like RPM Fusion is not enabled, even though our third-party repositories are. That used to be something that was very easily enabled. Not used to be a long time ago, but as of like 29, when they made it a lot easier, I remember being able to install that right out of the box. I can't seem to do that now, so I'm gonna have to research that. So what that kind of means is if you do need to rely on K applications and things like Kden Live, K address book, and those K applications, you are going to have a few extra steps. So just be aware of that using Fedora on 32. But outside of that, though, it's a very nice, very good system. If you are wanting to run GNOME, I would say that Fedora is probably the best overall GNOME experience. It's very nice, very polished, works one of the best. The GNOME Software Center seems to work the best. But again, things like not being able to install FileZilla in the Software Center, having to do that through the terminal, things like that, those could get in the way of some users. You need to weigh that decision for yourself. So with that, thanks for watching this video. If you've not already subscribed to the channel or given the video a thumbs up, or hey, thumbs down if you totally hated it, why not? Or leave us a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, I like that ending better. All right, let's go ahead and close this guy down. Power off, and power off. All right. And it powered off for me. That's good. People say KDE is buggy, and yet I barely see a bug occur. Yeah, I don't notice a lot of bugs in KDE either. I find at times it can be a little bit slow, and most of that, though, is I hate Dolphin. KDE without Dolphin is awesome. Let's see. It's really bad for people who have damaged lungs, immune systems. I don't see it as a problem with immune diseases. Damaged lungs is a big issue. That's what's going on in Italy. Because Italy has a weird, unprecedented problem with tuberculosis, and that seems to cause a problem. But if you actually look at the maps, it's really only northern Italy causing the issues. Southern Italy's just fine. But yeah, if you're older, you're going to have a problem. We would have done better to isolate the elderly because most of them are retired anyway, rather than shut down our whole economy over it. But anyway, Nemo's better than Dolphin. Booyah, absolutely. 2 fist bumps for that one. Bug's pretty minor. Really, the only one bothering me right now is the mouse cursor changing to the default X shape when opening a right-click menu. GNOME, Cinnamon, etc. All right. Thought I'd never see the day KDE was called stable. Really polished. Have not seen any bugs. Blown away by the ease of use compared to GNOME. KDE's really better with Fooms. I think it is. I think I am not a fan of GNOME. GNOME, it's a different type of build, and that's the thing, you know. Plasma is actually more stable than Cinnamon at handling theme changes. Yeah, DNF install VLC, though, didn't work for me. I don't know. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Just got home from going to the bank, and they are closed. So I went to the store and used cash, and they told me, sorry, not accepting cash. Really? I'm sorry. Cash is not a problem. Say, excuse me. Let me take out my Clorox wipe and wipe the cash up and down for you. No, I'm sorry. I'm starting to think that this whole thing is a conspiracy theory to get people totally plugged into online systems. I'm telling you. Telling you. Using Deepin on the secondary laptop because it's amazing display scaling. Yeah. Did I lose my place again? Really? Wow. We have a lot of comments, guys. Hopefully I'll get through all these. I don't know. Let's see here. I changed the theme and icons one at a time in Cinnamon. No issues. Yeah. Okay. Most banks closes lunchtime on Saturdays. Yeah, hopefully my banks are open because I need to go and do I need to go grab my hard drives to do a business backup for everything. Let's see. Has anyone have tips on how to save locally contact lists using Gnome Contact app? Gnome Contacts? I don't know. I actually use K-address book for local contact storage. That seems to work better. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and just boot Fedora back up and see if we can find that. I'm going to move on in the comments while that's booting up. Let's see. Okay. Didn't notice much RAM eating. Okay, don't know if I like the feel. I can't even live my life because there's nothing to do here. Yeah. Write a book, work on your business plans, things like that. Just don't sit down and spend all your time streaming stuff and playing video games. Don't treat this quarantine period of time as a summer vacation. Do something productive with it. And that's really the important thing right now. Canada are closing the banks because of the virus, so Canada's only accepting cards. Yeah. People in power certainly want you to think it's, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at our GNOME contacts. I don't remember if this has one. Let's do a local address book. Done. Please. Please select your main address book. This is where contacts will be added. If you keep your contacts online account, you can add them. All right, we're going to do that. Contacts setup. Yeah. This is a challenge that I have. So where's my desktop view? All right. So I'm kind of on this screen here, contacts setup. I can use the local address book, but okay, now I need to add, if I want to add a contact to this, I really can't. Unless I'm missing something. This is literally all I can do inside of GNOME Contacts. I have a local address book. Is there... Okay, apparently now... Wait, hold on. Yeah. GNOME Contacts sucks. But you know what I saw here? I saw K address book. So apparently we can get some K applications. Use K address book. That's what I use to keep a backup of my contacts. All right, don't believe in Fedora install requires reboot. Gotta jump into live distro. Let's see. Shutting down the U.S. economy is far worse. Yes. Yes, will not affect them. I think Qt is having money and management issues and may have some other issues down the line, like a buyout. Uh-oh. That's not good. No buyouts. No buyouts. Probably Microsoft to buy it. Buy it all and shut it all down all at once. Canada, same province. I didn't know banks are closed now. Great. Yeah. Most of the population doesn't know what to do. China lied. No lockdown in Holland. That's good. I've got a dog that needs to go out. My taxes lady is open for me to do taxes this year. Here in the United States, we have a taxes aren't due until July now. So that's good because I'm going to owe a lot of money for taxes like always. And hey, I could use a few extra months. Give me liberty or give me death. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Can't afford anything from Dollar Tree. How could I pay for to fix the screen? Oh, sorry. Well, basic user freedoms are infringed upon. It is a problem. People can't lead to go anything. Yeah. I mean, if you're feeling sick or you were exposed to somebody who's feeling sick, you should stop. Okay, which web browsers do I use? Use a variety of web browsers because you want to isolate your browsing in different pockets. So I use, right now on my media PC, I use WaterFox for YouTube stuff. I use a hardened Firefox for most internet browser stuff. I have a Chromium for an alternate YouTube account, and I have, I actually have Dissenter and Vivaldi for just other random odds and ends. So primarily that's kind of what I'm doing. All right, this is done installing. So let's go ahead and launch K address book. Hopefully this will work. All right, so here we are. We have K address book. So inside of K address book, now look at this. I can add a new contact. I can give them a name. I can give them a photo. My contact. We can give a name. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 as a phone number. Anything else that you want to do? Now you got that. What I can't seem to do here, I do not have the ability here, so we probably have some theming issues. I don't have the ability here. Okay, I can maximize it. All right, where's that tweak tools at? Gnome, you suck. Thank you. No, just open it back up. Okay, address book. Where is... This is... Okay, this is why I hate Gnome. I can't seem to grow or shrink my things here. So here I have a QR code, which will basically scan it into a device or whatever else. But what you can do now is you can import and you can export. So what I do is I come over here and I will export a copy of the data. You can export to a CSV or to a vCard files. So you can go ahead and just export a vCard file, and that way you can keep that vCard file separate. You can upload that vCard file to an Android device, and an Android device will allow you to... See, look how messed up the theming is on this. See, I can grow it like this. I got to fight to find the borders. It's kind of funny. But K address book will easily allow you to add contacts and things like that. Gnome contacts, I'm telling you what, Gnome contacts is just Good to see I can set up GNOME contacts. Can I actually use it functionally? Apparently not. Oh, boy. About to be a lady with the Obama phone getting dragged away. Got me my Obama phone! My Obama phone! KY area, so I have to check on this when the stream ends. I need to make some payments too. In my area, Toyota plant was too quiet when one employee had a virus was spreading. Oh boy. Gun sales about to skyrocket. Yeah. Hey, I'm already stocked up. I'm good. Symphony or anything, but could you possibly give me a shout out? Everyone is complaining about the virus, but my birthday got canceled. No! I'm going to give you a happy birthday shout out. Where's my birthday screen at? Hold on. A friend of mine's birthday was canceled the other day, too. It was kind of frightening. I got to find, where is my, where are you? There you are. There you are. Okay, let's see. For Rakudu, I'm going to call you Rakudu. Hopefully that is okay. Happy birthday to you, Rakudu. If your birthday is canceled, hey, just play this back over and over. Happy birthday to you, man. Sorry that your birthday was canceled out. All right. Now I got to go back and change my intro video back because I will forget that and then play an intro next week. And then it's like, for some reason, I'll be like, why am I playing Happy Birthday instead of my intro? Oh, right, that's right. All right. Let's see. Ever tried Budgie? Yeah, I've used Budgie a lot. Come here, cat. Come on, buddy. Yes, Budgie is good. Budgie's probably it might be my second or third favorite desktop. Probably third favorite. I think I like Plasma better still. Hey, if you're over in Philadelphia, don't worry. Just start looting places. Just inventory your looting and just take, as long as it's not over $950, they won't bother. They're like, oh, he's just stealing a bunch of stuff from you. How much is it? Well, let us know if it crosses 1,000, then we might send a police officer out. If it's under 1,000, though, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's Philly right now. Okay. I have not seen instability in Budgie. LXQT, I haven't used it enough to know for sure. Personally, I don't really like Fedora due to the inflexibility of Software Center's commercial software policy. Yeah, that's a very valid argument. Well, you're contagious with any illness before actually showing symptoms. That's a problem. Okay, I think you can manually install KDE on Mint. I've done it before. I'm not sure if things have changed, but FlatHub really improves the Software Center. Yeah. There's hope 4 weeks ago in Asia. They were using malaria medications to treat it. So let's hope it works on a large scale. Yeah, any virals will work. Hypertension drugs will make it less potent. It doesn't stop an infection. So the antivirals will make the infection stop. A hypertension will decrease the problems with it. So will getting some sunlight and vitamin D. Better solution to recover the system when the OS freeze, like it just happened. It depends on the type of freeze. Like if it's a installed on real hardware, try Alt F2 and re-logging in and seeing if that'll work as well. Yeah, what Farron says for that. And call yourself for, okay, pay attention. All right. Wow. Think you would ever use Gnome? I mean, I've used Gnome plenty of times. I just don't like it. Also, Kden Live is only an RPM Fusion. Yeah, like I said, that it's you used to be able to easily add RPM Fusion to the GNOME Software Center in 29, 30, and maybe 31, but apparently it's not there now. I don't know why. Is LXDE? I thought LXDE was like just kind of new. Did they kill it already? Has no math command. I'll make one. Yep. No, it's really laggy and RAM consuming, resource intensive. Yeah. If you need to run GNOME and you can run it on X, it runs a lot smoother on X than it does on Wayland. File manager to use in KDE if not Dolphin. I generally just use Dolphin when I'm using it, but if I have the choice, I'll install Nemo or something. Like, installing Nemo is kind of problematic because you have to install, like, most of Cinnamon. I don't, like, it doesn't bother me enough. I just don't like it. It doesn't prevent me from using it, but any file manager will do other than Nautilus, which I think is infinitely worse than Dolphin. Wonder, can you do Thunar? Thunar's not bad. Can you do Thunar without everything XFCE? That would be a good one to run. Community, there would be no drama in the gay community if it wasn't for taps. There would be no drama in... interesting. Only does its job and nothing more. It does its job as annoyingly as conceivably possible. Oh no. Am I going to be halfway up the comments again? I will not get through all these comments, guys. My apologies. I will not get through all the comments because I need to get heading out here in about... I'll give it like till 1:45 my time. So we'll give it like, still looks like 6 more minutes. Get through as many comments as possible, 6 more minutes, and we're going to feed the kitty. We're going to get out of here. My apologies if I don't get to your comments. But let's see what we got here. Let's do a speed run through comments. Okay... Like desktop effects so much, I'd use Cinnamon. Want to stay with Qt to choose. KDE is very good. Use Apple Pay. That's all right. Use Plasma 518 before you make comments. Can you be sure they are accurate anymore? Yeah. I don't think I've run Plasma 518 in production yet. I don't think so. RAM usage on Fedora GNOME. Honestly, I think it's... I'm not going to boot it back up again. But I think it's fairly low. It's not a lot. Okay, it's more used than Qt, and this makes some applications useless on KDE. No, KDE has a GTK manager. Using Evolution. There you go. I like Evolution. See, using Evolution makes up for using Apple Pay. Hello, Vincent. Greetings. Don't think COVID is a conspiracy theory. Everyone in the world would be in it, and that doesn't seem likely. I think it's being opportunistically used to force everybody to turn on to online systems, and that's a problem. She's trying to find a book idea and learning a lot of programming even during vacations. I want to be productive. There you go. Yep. Do something. Do something. Very core. My meds are not working well, and I've been angry for no reason. I don't understand why. That's not good. Tired, and I always do stuff useful. There you go. There you go. Very good. All right. Let's see. Cinnamon is best for multiple displays and audio outputs. Yeah, I mean that's that's what I'm running right now. Run multi displays. Lost a dose or two. Well missed. Now they're more regular. Oh. Probably why mint is so popular. Okay. Recommend trying at some point. I generally notice the difference is night and day compared to 334, 332, 334. Didn't notice anything, yeah. Waiting for the stream to end. A huge believer in those medications may help us function better daily lives, but they cost us. Yeah. Some of them do mess up your wiring. That's why I don't like psychoactive drugs. I think there's a big problem with them. Use K address book and manually do over. Yep. Okay. And then thinks about Debian 11. See, I hope Qt gets shut down. The most painful UI lib to work with. Nah, don't hope for that. That'll hurt a lot of applications. Isn't Mac OS a prominent user of Qt5? I do not remember. Mac OS has its own GUI toolkit. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay. We still have liberty in this country, man. Believe it or not. Unless you're in California. Y'all are screwed. But and that's about Contact Lab app. Now your lab tester on Fedora. Okay, let's see. The bank denied a cash deposit. Wow. All right, we're going to have to feed the kitty and wrap up. That's all I can get to today. My apologies if I did not get to your comments. Why do I hate Dolphin? Let me answer that one because you directly tagged me. All right, why do I hate Dolphin? Because it is very slow, it is very buggy, and it does not allow you to have root access to file systems if you happen to need them. Very important sometimes to access root file systems. And, whoa. There we are. Okay, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. No. Go down here so everybody can see you from multiple angles. There you go. Go get it. Give us some paw. Oh, we got some paw. Get it. Yeah. And here's one more. And we got one more for this camera over here. Are they finger licking good? They are. They're finger licking good, everybody. They're finger licking good. All right. Well, my apologies if I did not get to your comments, but we'll kind of have to wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we will catch you next time. When's our next? I think our next live show should be next live show. Whoa, I'm in the dark. Next live show I think should be Wednesday again. But keep an eye on the schedules, things like that. We'll have a couple more videos in the meantime, and I'm rolling out the news articles throughout today and tomorrow. So if you miss the news, you can go ahead and catch those re-edits down the road. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will catch you guys later.